Yo, what's up, guys? Hello, hello. Hopefully, this can well. Are we streaming live? Can you hear me well? I hope that you can. And let me know. Give me that thumbs up. Give me a yeah, Dolce. We can hear you because I want to talk to you about the perfect protein source. This is something most of you might not have even considered. You want to talk about delicious. You want to talk about easy to find. You want to talk about easy to access. You want to talk about inexpensive. You want to talk about easy to carry with you, go through airports, take it anywhere you want to go. We are talking about seeds. What? The meatheads out there are like, what? What are you talking about, Dolce? Seeds? Seeds? My favorite sports supplement company doesn't sell seeds. What are you talking about, Dolce? Surely you've lost your mind. But no, I am going to tell you the truth. The perfect protein source comes from two places: hemp seeds and chia seeds. I know it sounds crazy, but let me break it down for you briefly. Chia seeds, 1 ounce of chia seeds contains 4 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat, and 10 grams of fiber. 1 ounce of hemp seeds contains 9 grams of protein, 12 grams of fat, and 2 grams of fiber. Hemp seeds and chia seeds, ladies and gentlemen, are the go to source of protein for all Dolce dieters, whether are professional athletes, whether are super hot bikini models, whether are just stay at home weekend warrior Joes, those who want to look better, feel better, be better. We are talking about seeds. Now, that does not mean exclusively seeds. That means seeds are a great addition to an earth grown meal plan. What does that mean? That means we add our chia seeds and our hemp seeds to our breakfast bowl. You guys are eating the breakfast bowl every day, right? You should be. It's oats, it's chia seeds, it's hemp seeds, it's some sort of nut butter, maybe crushed cashews, almond butter, that's fine. A cup of berries, maybe a few raisins or a slice of banana, some fresh cinnamon sprinkled on top. Absolutely delicious. Um, Coach, there should be an option to go back in your YouTube live. It's there in many other live podcasts. I don't know what that means, but once this wraps, you can go back and listen to the beginning again. I'm doing my best for you guys. I'm trying. But we want to talk about protein, the perfect protein. Ladies and gentlemen, chia seeds and hemp seeds, those are the go to sources. What we do at Casa de Dolce, that's not a fancy restaurant, that's my house. We have a very specific seed grinder. It's a coffee bean grinder that we use only for seeds. So, what do? We'll get a big old bag of hemp seeds, Bob's Red Mill organic hemp seeds, off of the Bob's Red Mill website, which gets shipped to your door cheaper than Amazon will even ship it. We get bags, the 30-ounce bags of those shipped to the house, and I will blend that in the seed grinder into a fine powder. Then I will add that to my smoothies. I'll add that into yogurt. I'll add that into my post workout drink as a primary protein source, a whole food protein source, while not wasting all that money buying these silly protein powders, these other plant based pea proteins and brown rice proteins and soy proteins and hemp proteins. Don't waste your money on a hemp protein powder when you can simply buy real hemp seeds and blend it up yourself or eat it yourself. It's delicious. Sprinkle hemp and chia seeds onto a plain Greek yogurt. Add some blueberries and maybe some raw honey drizzled on top. That is a protein packed dessert. Feed it to your children if they want some ice cream instead of ice cream. We'll freeze fresh fruit, cherries, black cherries, berries, blueberries, strawberries, freeze them. Take a cup of Greek yogurt, organic, original, non flavored, non sugar added Greek yogurt. Throw a cup of Greek yogurt, a cup of frozen berries, a few tablespoons of chia and or hemp seeds. Blend that up into a blender until it turns over a few times and turns into a hard packed mush like an ice cream. I use an ice cream scooper, click, click. I scoop that into a little clear glass dish, serve it to the family. The kids eat it. They swear it is the best tasting ice cream they've ever eaten. They're eating Greek yogurt, they're eating fresh fruit, and they're eating hemp and chia seeds. That's it. That is our ice cream recipe. It is amazing. But again, fresh seeds, chia seeds, and hemp seeds are an amazing source of protein. Now, here's one better. Many plant protein sources do not contain all 9 essential amino acids. Hemp seeds and chia seeds do. The protein found in hemp seeds and chia seeds contain all 9 essential amino acids, making the protein in hemp seeds and chia seeds a complete protein. That's right. Just like you're eating a wild caught steak, just like you're eating wild caught salmon, it's essentially the same amino acid strain as you would get from wild caught meats. That's what we're talking about here. It is easy, it is efficient, it is portable. When I travel, I'll usually travel with a few Ziploc bags filled with seeds, not because I'm trading in contraband, simply because I want to make sure I have protein sources with me on the go. Another great thing, you can actually take the chia seeds and the hemp seeds, throw that into a bottle of water, let it sit there for 15 minutes or so. It turns into a mush. You can drink it down, no problem. Chia seeds were actually called the warrior food. Back few hundreds to thousands of years ago here in North America, the natives would actually take indigenous to Mexico and the lower southern half of the United States. They would take chia seeds and they would actually carry chia seeds in little satchels on their belt when they went on hunting parties or war parties. They wouldn't bring any other food with them. They would simply bring their chia seeds. They would mix their chia seeds with water and it would turn into a paste. They would eat that paste. They would get all of their essential proteins. They would get carbohydrates. They would get fibers, plus an array of other vital micronutrients. It was called the warrior food. Many a war was won by simply eating chia seeds. Chia seeds and hemp seeds, ladies and gentlemen, are our go to protein sources. These are plant based protein sources, ones of which we highly, highly recommend. Let me answer some questions for you. So, Cal Seth, what's up, man? Good to see you. Lil G, I hear you. I hear you. Michael Cisneros, seeds. Vista Pandy. Coach, there should be an option to go back. I read that. I agree. If I can figure it out, I will do it for you. Mr. Russ, what's up, Mr. Russ? I don't do soy for sure, nor do I. 95% of soy products in the United States are genetically modified. We want to stay away from that. Omar Villalobos, what brand of Greek yogurt do you recommend? I don't have an endorsement of any particular brand of Greek yogurt. What I will say is go to your local Whole Foods or Sprouts or Trader Joe's or regular grocery store and find a brand that is highly credible. Do a little research on the company, but make sure it is completely organic. Make sure it is non GMO. Make sure it is non RGBH treated. Also, look at the ingredient list. There should be no additional ingredients other than Greek yogurt, and it should be a sugar free product. No processed sugar either, of course. Carlos Ruiz, what is your opinion of training programs offered by professional bodybuilders? Example, Farik Mubarak, Dave Palumbo, John Meadows, etc. Carlos, I don't know for sure. I've never gotten those programs, but what I will tell you, my buddy Nick Trigili, Mr. USA IFBB Pro Bodybuilder, and I had a great podcast about a month or so ago. And essentially, what the consensus is, most of these training programs are drug programs. Most of the people who go to these pro coaches aren't trying to figure out how to do their body part splits. Though that's discussed, they really are trying to understand how to take their steroids and their pharmaceuticals. So I don't know what Dave and Fakari and John offer. So that's not specific to them. But in general, when you go to a bodybuilding prep coach, most likely you are going to be getting a course on bodybuilding drugs. And that's up to you. I'm libertarian when it comes to that stuff. As long as you're not competing in a organization that prohibits drug use, that's up to you. I'm not your father. I can't tell you what to do. But just know they're not going to give you anything groundbreaking with regards to the exercises performed. probably nothing that you can't get better by being in the gym with your training partners, because they don't know you. They don't know your physique. They don't know how you operate, nor do they have the time. What might be good is to find a local bodybuilder, a local pro in your area who you can train with for a session, so they can actually give you finer points on how to execute the movements that you already know. So Dave Palumbo, oh, I know him. We've had quite a few communications offline. I'm trying to get him on the podcast, and I think we're going to get that set up soon. They're well respected in the industry, so I have nothing bad to say. But your question was training programs. Likely, it's not a training program you will be getting, and I'll have Dave clarify. Likely, it's heavily going to be focused on the drug side. It's going to be more of a drug program than a training program. Mo Gonzalez, great info as always, Mike. Thanks, Mo. I appreciate it. SoCal says, plus soy raises estrogen and makes me gassy and my shit terrible. Wow, a little too much information, but that's all right. We're okay here. Seed Wafine, cowards, LOL. I don't understand what that means. Seed, cowards. What does that mean? Dana Powers, do you have a link or can you post the recipe to your ice cream recipe? I actually can. I'll post a link to that. Omar Villa Lobos. Yes, you can. You post your IG. All right. Everybody wants the Dolce ice cream recipe. I will do that for sure. Paul Koloff says, you're the man, Mike. You deserve more subscribers. Share, my man. Everybody share. Share this. Share this. Let people know they need to subscribe to the Dolce Diet YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. Click the notification button, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. Let's let YouTube know that you guys are engaged. The more engagement that you guys have with this channel, the more we'll get recommended to others. And we want to get this word out. I believe we are the only transparent and honest person on YouTube right now telling the truth. I'm sure there's others, but I don't know if they have the experience that we do and they tell it as honestly as I do. Because fuck, man, I get into trouble all the time from speaking the truth. Angelo Lopez just got back from the farmer's market and cooked my skinny sumo stir fry, trying something with the Chinese broccoli and bok choy. Ooh, that sounds great. Post an image for me. Tag me on Instagram, brother. Let me learn more. I want to see how that looks. Seed Wafine Hot. Dave's awesome. Would a GH secretagogue like ibutamorin help with tendon and muscle recovery significantly? I've been hitting PRs on the bench and deadlift weekly. My pecs and front delts are fucked. Artificial telepathy, Dr. DeZamora. People are using this on people and everywhere going to get. Oh, okay. Seed Wafine. That's a lot of environment. So the second question is outside of my pay grade, and the first one actually, I don't have a lot of experience with things like ibutamorin or cimarelin. I believe is I might be saying the term incorrectly. I'm familiar with it. Some of our nutrition clients work with longevity clinics, and they are taking such products. I don't believe the long-term studies have been done. Short-term will be more anecdotal. And there is something to be said for the short-term anecdotal reports of positive benefit, but I haven't seen long-term studies. And I would like to see a 20+ year study before we can truly get behind as a medical or scientific consensus. That being said, I've heard people say, yeah, it helps. And I've heard people say, I didn't feel anything. I don't have any data on negative effects. That's not to say that there are not negative effects. Most likely there are negative effects. There's negative effects with almost everything. So you got to be careful. That being said, I would actually suggest you slow down just a little bit. It's great to hit PRs, but not if you're starting to get warning signs from your body that you're getting injured. If you feel the onset of injury, you got to deload and back off. Do not push it. Do not push the red line. You will likely get hurt. So be careful. So, Cal Seth, was that the ice cream you did on the video with Megan O'Leary? It most likely was. You're going old school. It probably was. I'm sure we've refined it a bit since then. I don't think we did that cooking video with Megan for maybe, I don't even know, 5, 6, 7 years or so now. That was fun, though. I mean, coach, any tips to deal with a bloated stomach? Well, let's wonder, why are you bloated in the first place? Are you overeating? Are you eating at the wrong times? Are you eating the wrong food combinations? Do you have some sort of digestive disorder that you're dealing with? What I would say, hey, let's scale your food down. Let's scale the quantity down and let's spread out the timing just a little bit. Let's eat less food with a wider window to digest, and then you can start to pay more attention to the bloating. What is triggering the bloating? That would be my first question. So I need you to go out and do your homework and let me know. Marilyn Dixon, what's up, Marilyn? Good to see you. Have you heard of Charles Poliquin? I have heard of Charles Poliquin. Charles Poliquin is an OG in the fitness world, one of the original gangsters pushing athletes to the elite levels. Charles Poliquin, I believe, has worked with many top level professional and Olympic athletes. Charles Poliquin has done a great job with his body of work with regards to specific training programs and concepts. Where I diverge from Charles Poliquin to a degree is on the nutrition side and the resilience or the reliance upon supplements. I believe Mr. Poliquin uses too much on the side of supplements and they avoid real food. I do believe that's because it's part of his business model. That's the way to make money. Tell people and what was so the Poliquin has a very specific skin fold caliper testing system. And of this testing system, I'm very aware of it because I've actually used it before with one of our test groups for a different project with the UFC. We had Poliquin certified practitioners doing their skin fold calipers. What we found was two equally qualified practitioners using the same exact equipment came up with completely different results on the same exact athletes. Big problem. There was no uniformity with the results. And unfortunately, the Poliquin body fat testing system prescribed supplements that Poliquin sold. So basically, the system creates a problem with which they can only solve through their supplements. That made me step away from the nutrition and supplement side. I believe Coach Poliquin is excellent when it comes to training modalities, though. Just Seed Wafin, we appreciate it, man. Yeah, keep it going. Free market, baby. First Amendment rights. Tell us everything. Seed Wafin, so real GH would be better. Well, I would say that there's longer studies being done on actual growth hormone. I believe the benefits of growth hormone are better documented, and I believe the side effects of growth hormone are well documented. That means at least you will know with great percentage of accuracy what to expect while using growth hormone. That's all. That's the way we look at it. Haywood TV, egg whites and fish. That just egg whites and fish is my main protein source. Is this okay? Egg whites and fish, I would lean more towards whole egg and wild caught fish, but yeah, nothing wrong with that. Gooddalia, hello, young lady. Hey, Mike Gooddalia in Israel. Good greetings. Good to see you. What about training whole body 3 times a week, 3 sets in exercise, 12, 10, 8 rep scheme, knee dominant, hip dominant, vertical press, and pull, horizontal press, horizontal vertical press and pull, horizontal press and pull core. Godalia, I think that's absolutely perfect, beautiful. I love it. I love it. You are switched on, my friend. You are switched on. Feel free to keep on communicating with us. Let me know how it goes. If you're on Instagram, tag me. I'd love to see your workouts on Instagram. Take a few shots of your videos, maybe your top end work sets. I'd be happy to give you some additional feedback. So keep it going. I love it. B2B, what type of steaks do you recommend? Grass fed cuts of, well, we try and get wild caught as much as possible. See if you can align yourself with any of the local hunters or co ops to see if you can get your hands on wild caught steak. Elk is amazing if you can get your hands on it. When you're talking cow, you're usually talking grass fed because there's no wild caught cows. Venison or deer meat, muley is actually pretty good. We use that quite a bit. Freddie Flores, good to see you, my friend. You also did Chael's Tropical Chicken. That's the truth. That's what we did. Truth. Seed ibutamorin would shut your natty production down to nothing like test then, huh? I took 270 grams of protein and it takes me out for 4 days when I PR and bench. It sucks. Interesting. See, that's interesting. I mean, thanks, coach. You're the best. I appreciate you're the best. Fishing and fighting. I train jujitsu and Muay Thai 5 days a week. Can I do the Dolce diet without any extra exercise? 100%. So the programs at thedolcediet.com, our online diet and exercise program, is exactly what you need, even if you only follow the nutrition. The nutrition that we have at thedolcediet.com is completely tailored to you, personalized 100% to you, down to the gram, down to the teaspoon, down to the ounce for you specifically. We have a comprehensive onboarding system inside the membership wall. So once you register, you're inside the membership wall. We have a comprehensive onboarding system. We learn everything we need to know about you to give you the best possible program for you aligned with your goals. Many people Many people use our system and they cannot exercise due to life issues. So a lot of people use our system coming off of injuries because they don't want to gain weight. They're still trying to lose weight. They have a competition coming up and they're trying to bridge the gap, or they have some sort of physical restriction that their doctor does not let them train. They all have amazing results by following our nutrition. All results are 90+% nutrition. That's the fact of it. If it wasn't the fact of it, I would be selling you guys exercise programs, which are much easier to write. But that's the truth of it. If you want to get in amazing shape, it's about nutrition. And fishing, you're already training your ass off. Jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai 5 days a week, you don't need to do much else. I would ask you to do a little bit of walking first thing in the morning. That's it. Follow our nutrition at thedolcediet.com. You will get in amazing shape. You can use promo code Dolce10 and save 10% right now. Seed, I don't even want to know how much food I would have to eat if I were training again. I hear you, my man. Food goes way up, way up. Ichivera, at what percent body fat do most dudes start having abs? Usually you start to see shadow abs down around 14 or so, around 12%. You should see the outline of all six. At 10% body fat, you don't need to go any lower because you're getting fucking laid, baby. Davina, when you first started the Dolce diet, what kind of certifications did you have that gave you the ability to do the diet for fighters? I know having a degree is the best, but what are the other options? So I had every certification that you could think of outside of becoming a registered dietitian. Now you're going back into the 90s, the mid 90s. I started this company in 1997 officially, but I was practicing in market in 93, working as a professional. I was still in high school in 93 when I actually started doing this. Opened this up officially in 97 and never shut the door since. At that time, I was focused as a strength coach. I was a strength coach first and foremost. It was all about strength coach and strength training. The nutrition was an add on. What we found is that our nutrition philosophies was better than everything else out there because the results people had by following our internal nutrition philosophies far exceeded what everybody else was doing. As we continued to grow, we started to hire registered dietitians to continue to support the vision we had on the nutrition side. Now, no piece of content leaves our office without being vetted by our registered dietitians. So that's really where we've gone. We've gone from a basic practice of a philosophy of nutrition as an add on to the strength training programs to now having a team of registered dietitians who ensure all proper criteria is met with regards to nutritional programming. Paul Koloff, thanks for being real about the supplement industry. Paul, man, I'm just telling the truth. I am telling you guys the truth 100%. I will be transparent as fuck on everything I tell you every single time. If I don't know the answer, I tell you I don't know the answer. But when I do know the answer, I will tell you the fucking truth of it, no matter if it makes you mad, if it hurts your feelings, if it hurts my friends' feelings, or anybody else. I'm going to tell you the fucking truth if you answer the question. Or if you ask the question, I will tell you the truth 100% every time. When you come here, when you hear me talk, you will know I am telling you the truth 100%. That's what we do. Besides Yoel and a couple others, I really do like you. I'm just letting good people know in case artificial telepathy happens to the people they love. Seed, tell us all a little bit more about that. That's actually interesting. I did a lot of research when I was younger, in my early psychedelic stages of late teens, early 20s, learning more about the ways of the world and philosophy and other type of mind altering techniques. So it'd be interesting to hear more. SoCal Seth, best steak place in Vegas. Ooh, that's a good question. I would actually say if you can get in, you would want to go to Jardine at the Win. My good friend Chef Joe is the executive chef at Jardine in the Win. If you do go there, tell them that I sent you and tell them that you want the best cut of steak on the menu. They don't always have steak, but when they do, my goodness, it will blow your mind. Um, Haywood, do you need PEDs to be elite in combat sports in this era? I'm not saying you need it, and I'm not saying that every athlete who is elite is on it, but the temptation for many athletes to use it to overcome poor training, to overcome poor program design, to overcome poor genetics, to overcome poor output. will likely take that jump or will consider that jump. So, no, it's not necessary because there are definitively athletes that have competed at the highest level without them, but many athletes attempt to take them to try and mimic that success. Godelia, thanks a lot. How often do I need to switch it up to progress the exercise or weights or rep schemes? What I like 3-week rotations. So I'm going to do the same exercises on Monday, 3 Mondays in a row, completely different system on Wednesday, 3 Wednesdays in a row, and a different system on Friday, 3 times in a row. And then I rotate completely from there. I hope that helps. Um, James Jones says, don't forget to take your roids, guys. They are essential. You sound like a bad Hulk Hogan commercial. Paul Koloff, 3 weeks to Shredded is the real deal. I just finished reading it yesterday. Hell yeah, my man. Let's see them gains come now. Remember, 3 weeks to Shredded was designed to lose 21 pounds in 21 days. That was the goal. And that's what we do while working with the world's greatest athletes. If you want to join 3 weeks to Shredded, the online portion, go to thedolcediet.com and join the 4-week 3 weeks to Shredded program. You get 3 weeks to Shredded plus a bonus a week at thedolcediet.com. Every meal is programmed specifically for you, tailored to you, your goals, your lifestyle. There is no better system on the planet. We stand behind that with a 100% money back guarantee. Boom. We crush it. Most people aren't even getting real gear. That's why they're using 4 grams when reality you could wow. Um, Man, if you were to make a strength power program with about 10 simple exercises, what would you record and what progress would they be? Let's see if I have a minute to think about this. So, we want to do 5 basic movements, right? We want to squat, we want to hinge, we want to push, we want to pull, and we want to rotate or resist rotation. So, that's 5 different movements. And you said 10 exercises. So we would do a variant of a spine loaded squat. What does that mean? That means having a bar on my back, a bar on my clavicle. So a bar behind, a bar on front, even holding a goblet. And also, I would hit a lunge. A lunge can be done in many different ways. You can farmer's walk with a lunge. You can barbell on your back lunge. You can goblet lunge. You can weight vest lunge. You can backpack lunge. You can buddy lunge. You can elastic band lunge, which we've done those before. It's like a modified split stand Zercher, which are pretty fucking insane. Hopefully that gives you options. For hinges, you can look at some form of a deadlift, whether it's bilateral or unilateral deadlift, which is excellent. You can hit like a RDL, which is a top-down deadlift, or conventional, which is a bottom-up deadlift. And then I would pick one vertical and one horizontal pull, one vertical, one horizontal push, and then some sort of upper body rotation, lower body rotation. Boom, done. Nice and easy. Everything living and non-living has a unique electromagnetic field, Seed Wafin says. I believe with a Tempest attack using an EEG and computers, you can tap into computers and humans alike. That is a little out of my concept, so it's hard for my brain to get around it. I understand conceptually what you're saying here, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I think anything is possible. It's you're at the limit of my knowledge on the tech side, so I will have to take your word on it. Do you suggest heavy workouts or short, often workout sessions? We suggest both. You want to train in rep ranges between 3 and 100, right? We primarily stay typically between 5 and 15 or so to hit the different muscle fiber types, but we never train with poor form. We train until technical failure, not muscular failure. That matters. James Jones, do you suggest heavy? All right, answered that. Seed says, check out Dr. Zamora's artificial telepathy at UCI. He was funded by the Army. That's interesting. That will be, I'll have to smoke some legal cannabis and then go down the YouTube wormhole one of these days off. I'll probably freak out and be hiding under my covers with all my power shut off. But thank you for that. SoCal Steph. Still mad at Chael for coke on the stage, not the John Jones kind. Ha, you're funny. Not mad. The boy got paid, right? Getting paid, man. Never mad at my boys making money. What kind of running shoes and lifting shoes do you suggest? Mr. Russ, what's up, my friend? So running shoes, I actually use Brooks. I use Brooks because I was fitted for the Brooks. When I did my 10-mile run last year, I went to a facility that actually fitted me. They did a strike plate analysis on my running posture to see the best type of shoes. With that, I was fitted on 10 different style of shoes until we finally locked into the perfect pair for me, which was a pair of Brooks. For strength training, I train barefoot now. I just usually wear a pair of socks in the gym. I feel awesome that way. Nine, you say 3 week rotations of same exercise. My question is, how many more different 3 week rotations would you go before repeating the same exercises again? It really depends. Could be the second time through, could be the third time through. I might not touch it again for a year. Now, the more basic and compound the movement, the more you're going to see it come through. It's very hard to get away from a barbell back squat or a front squat. Very hard to get away from that. You'll see that much more often. I'm not going to be doing like banded squats as often. Maybe, hopefully that helps. Mr. Russ, will be selling the stainless steel water bottles again and any bigger size hoodies. Likely not going to do the stainless steel bottles. We did 1,000 run of those, so we sold 1,000 of those a year or two ago. We just don't have the capacity to hold them. So the partner that we use, they move their locations. They don't have a warehouse that size anymore to hold that for us. And we here at our facility, we don't have the size to hold 1,000. If we find maybe a drop ship partner, we might do that. That was more for fun because you guys wanted it. It was cool at the time. We'll look into it and maybe we'll do a shorter run, Russ. Not sure just yet. And the bigger size hoodies, will definitely get bigger size hoodies in. Not sure if we're going to do them now because it's getting hotter and the hoodies don't sell very well in the spring and summer. As we get closer to fall, most definitely. James Jones, any strength training that doesn't make you bigger, just leaner. Building muscle. Building muscle will get you leaner. If you're training drug free, you don't have to worry about gaining tons and tons of muscle, just outgrowing your body. We wish it happens. And the more advanced you are, I mean, if you're an advanced trainee training more than 4 or so years, good luck putting on more than 4 pounds of lean muscle tissue in a single year if you're relatively lean. So I wouldn't worry about that. My focus would be on, you might consider, truly, you might want to consider going to thedolcediet.com and joining our 12-week program. Thedolcediet.com, our 12-week program. You want to think about checking that out, the Living Lean program. It is a recomposition program in which you build muscle and reduce body fat. You will get stronger, but you will get leaner at the same time. That's one way to do it. I know it works because that's what we built it for you guys. Dana, what's up, Dana? Good to see you. Hello from Vancouver, Canada. Ichivera. Missed you, lost you. Is it okay to do weighted chin-ups and deadlifts for my back gains? Hell yeah. Paul says, will Conor McGregor ever fight again in the UFC? Of course, too much money to be made by all parties. I would say Conor McGregor is going to fight before the end of the year, and Conor McGregor will most likely fight one of the Diaz brothers, Nick or Nate, or he will fight Khabib for the title. I don't know if they want that Khabib fight right now. Not that Conor couldn't win that fight. He certainly could, but there's just a lot of politics around it. Will Khabib make weight? And Conor's had some concerns about that in the past. That's a harder fight to make. I think Conor versus one of the two Diaz brothers makes a lot more sense. John Beck, hey, Mike, I eat protein pancakes on the Dolce diet. Just one big package, pan size medium. Thanks. The Dolce diet is the best. Boom. Seed Wafine. It's happening to me. My house was broken into. My car was stolen. It's called gang stalking. I know people through jujitsu. Seed Wafine. That's scary stuff, my man. I don't know what to say about that. I know it's something to be concerned about. I would make some buddies in local law enforcement and military. Get a good core group of people around you that actually understand security and security protocols and how to better reinforce your life. The whole cyber side is something you might consider. Maybe you go dark in your house. You don't have Wi-Fi in your house. I know a lot of homes and families that do that also. You need to get online, go out somewhere else, go to a public spot. That's outside of my whole concept and pay grade, though. But be careful. Be careful out there, people. Hey, Mike, can I eat protein pancakes? Yes, you can. Seed answered. Sophie, how long should our morning walks be for fat loss? And do you think a morning walk can help with digestion issues? Sophie, it absolutely can. We look towards a 60-minute LIST session. That is low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity performed while fasted optimally. And if you go to the Dolce Diet YouTube page, our first video, actually, the sticky video at the top, talks about lists. I got another minute or so, ladies and gents, then I have to jump off. I'm 34 minutes deep already. These videos get long sometimes. Conventional or sumo, back on topic. I appreciate that, Seed. I like conventional as opposed to sumo. Sumo is more of a competition style for leverage. Conventional is better for an all-around strength building exercise. Now, conventional, I like considerably more. I've seen a lot of athletes actually get hurt and develop hip issues while doing conventional. It's a tough stance to have, and it's not practical for real life. When we train to get stronger, we're trying to get stronger for real life. Now, if you're a competitive power lifter, then maybe make the change. But even guys like Eddie Cohn, one of the greatest sumo deadlifters of all time, also deadlift conventional quite a bit. It's almost 100 already in Southern Cal. Yikes. Need to come out with a Dolce Diet shorts for the summer to fit the quad gains. I love that, Mr. Russ. Ain't that the truth? Um, Sophie, a female is trying to lose quad size. They are too big for my liking. What style of training and exercises would you suggest? So, quad size, maybe you want to balance out the quad size with the hammies and the booty and the calves to get more of that aesthetic view. That's a concept. You might want to think about walking them off. The walking will help dramatically, or doing some stair steppers, which is just constant, repetitive climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. Now, it has been shown that site specific exercises will send a higher blood volume to that specific area, which in turn can improve fat oxidation in that local region. What does that mean? That means if you want to have site specific fat loss, targeted fat loss, get a specific area leaner by exercising that specific area more often, bringing blood flow to that area, keeping that area hotter, will possibly improve total fat loss in that area. That's something that ladies I know that we help prep for different physique and figure competition. Also, some of the ladies that we work in here that will never compete, don't want to compete, but they want to be fucking smoking hot. They focus on that. We focus on lots of lower body work. Now, we do reduce the weight and do lots of body weight work, but high rep body weight work, which shapes and sculpts those muscles while putting blood in that area. And you do see a visible reduction. Science supports this, though we can debate, and I'll debate myself back and forth. So you have to look at the individual also. Sophie, that's what my suggestion would be. What would put grip exercises such as farmers carries and monster glute band walks as under your push pull hinge squat rotate principle? Well, we train raw. I never wear straps. I never wear wraps. I never wear belts. That's the way it goes. So completely raw, and that gets our grip strong as fuck. That's why we do so much pull work. I mean, do 5 sets of 20 reps on dead hang chin ups. Watch how strong your grip is. Sal says, "Hi, I feel sluggish after eating fruits, but not whole grains or sweet potatoes. What would my advice be? I would pull it back a little bit. I would cut my meals in half and see how you feel. Now, what type of fruits set you off? Do apples, do strawberries, do grapes, do watermelon? Is it one specific type of fruit, or is it all fruit? Because that might not make sense. Each fruit has a different component, a different makeup, and a different interaction on the body. Heard Khabib and Connor in Russia. I've heard that conversation. I'm also hearing Connor versus Nick Diaz might be a big fight. Possible. I know Nick is being mentioned with what's his name? With Bisbing too. I'm still here listening while at work. Shh, don't tell Dana Powers. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Many of you guys are at work right now. I love it. Especially bananas. Bananas, I hear. So pull out the bananas, see how you go. Taekwon, you juicy jested boy. That's right, baby. Um, Dana, I have a great body, but have a hard time picking up ladies. You got to work on your game, man. Maybe you got some dirty shoes. Ladies, look at the shoes, homie. Don't forget that. Ladies, look at your shoes. That's one of the first thing women will do. They'll actually look at your shoes and judge you by your shoes, not how rich they are, how expensive they are, but how clean they are. The way a man treats his shoes and his feet is typically the way the man lives his life. A lot of guys don't get that or understand that. We've done research into that. You got to keep your feet on point. You got to keep your shoes on point. Ladies will judge you by your shoes, by your feet. So they don't have to be expensive. They don't have to be $500 Jordans. You can have a pair of $20 Walmart shoes. But if they are clean and tidy, a lady will be much more open to having deeper conversations with you and getting to know you. Keep that in point. Keep that in mind. Sophie, keep me posted, young lady. I want to hear how it goes. Omar, any plans for real-time chat for your Dolce diet plans? I sometimes have questions. Omar, what do you mean? This is a real-time chat, is it not? Here we go. And or are you a member? If you're a member of the online version of the DolceDiet.com, our 4 or 12-week program, then you know we have a new form that's about to drop. So we're gonna have more conversations on that soon. Solid Impact. Can I eat late night and still lose fat? Tough one. It's a tough one. I wouldn't suggest it. Jared, oh, there's so many more questions. I got to jump out of here in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. Old school bodybuilder used to swear by liver tabs as a protein source. What do you think of liver tabs, overhyped bro science, or were they onto something? That's something Vince Garanda was big into in the 50s and 60s and 70s. It's fallen out of style since then. I have to put my mind back around it. I haven't thought about it, looked into it, researched it in many moons now. Probably not since the 90s or so when they were, I think Champion Nutrition was selling them. I managed the GNC back in the 90s even. So I was part of that culture. I haven't thought about it, so I can't give you an answer because I don't have the information readily accessible, and I don't want to give you the wrong info. But I will say, circling back to the topic of this video, best protein sources, chia seeds and hemp seeds, ladies and gentlemen. Go back and watch the first 5 minutes of this video to better understand chia seeds and hemp seeds, the best bang for your buck, portable, delicious, whole food sources, easy, inexpensive. Chia seeds and hemp seeds. James Jones, it's so easy for women. Just walk. Hey, women have an uphill climb, my man. Um, Women have to deal with us dudes, and guys, we're a mess. Chin ups versus pull ups. Which do you like more and why? I like the overhand pull up more than the underhand chin up simply because it's more practical in real life situations. Rarely in real life are we doing a double underhand pull up. We're usually doing overhead pulling up ourselves up walls and trees and things like that. We train very functionally here. It's rare to do an underhand, but we still do it. We probably do it 1 out of 5 sessions. Khabib would like to have to defend first. You'd like to see him fight Kevin Lee before he KOs Connor. Cool. To follow up from your 10-pound chat the other day, Aaron Thomas. What do you mean, John? Do you have any weight gain plans on your website for skinny dudes like me? Yes, we are about to drop the squats and steak program. I worked on it all last year, and then the whole nother conversation. The hard drive was corrupted, unfortunately. Oh my God, it broke my heart. 200 pages of my soul were ripped out. That being said, we have the updated squats and steak that is coming soon. Aaron Thorne, using the 45-minute hot bath for edema and then a cold shower. Can this be utilized with a steam room? Tougher in the steam room. I would definitely suggest a moderately warm bath instead of a steam room. Hard to breathe in there. Peg, any tips to get my sleep schedule right? Yeah, wake up 30 minutes earlier, which might seem like it's counterintuitive, but that'll allow you to start trying to go to sleep 30 minutes earlier at night, and you can reset that way. What we do in our house, we dim our lighting once the sun goes down. We go from overhead lighting to floor lighting at very low levels. It helps dramatically. Nobody else ask a question. He probably has to shit today. James Joe, and I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I do have to go 42 minutes deep for you guys completely for free. You guys are awesome. That's what I am here for. I am here to help you. I was going to do a 10-minute video, and then 42 minutes in, I'm still answering your questions. I appreciate you guys. Looking forward to the squats and steak. It's coming soon, John W. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you want, go to thedolcediet.com to join our 4-week or 12-week online diet and exercise program. Every meal, recipe, ingredient is listed for you, personalized and tailored to you, plus set rep exercise with video tutorials at thedolcediet.com. It is the best healthy weight loss program ever devised with a complete money back guarantee. And you can use promo code Dolce10 to save 10% if that's what you want to do. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you click the notification button so you know I'm here. Give me a thumbs up if you like the content. Leave a comment below so you're engaged, so Facebook or YouTube knows that we are in here talking together, that we're engaging. I appreciate that engagement. It lets everybody know that we're working hard for you guys. And until next time, boom.